I'm going to install this Danco flange fixer under the toilet on this bathroom project I'm working on. I'll show you the problem I'm having with the existing flange. Is the biggest thing is the slots for the bolts are rusted out and bent up, and I'm not going to reuse this thing the way it is, but the rest of it's in pretty good shape. It is sitting a little bit low of the existing floor, plus I have a vinyl plank going over top of that, which is going to make it even lower. Not crazy, but this flange fixer is going to take care of all those problems in one. It should fit most, if not all, toilets, because they're all standard. You can see the feet keep it up off the ground a little bit, and there's that adjustable rubber flangey part on the bottom. You do need a wax ring between it and the existing flange, just a plain 1-inch wax ring that'll seal between the two on the bottom. There is a back and a front, not sure why, but we'll go ahead and do it that way. I'm just kind of loosely setting it on here to see how much, I'm going to have to compress this thing. It's not too far. So I got my vinyl plank flooring in, and I'm ready to install this flange. I loosely stuck that wax ring to the back of it and just kind of centering this thing. You do want to make sure that the bolts are lined up because they're not adjustable. Like a normal flange has a little bit of adjustment on them usually. So after that, I'm going to mark these little ears on this thing. And for any kind of floating vinyl plank, laminate, anything like that, if you're fastening anything through it, you need to drill an oversized hole through the flooring so you're not actually screwing the flooring to the, subfloor. Rule of thumb, twice as big as the screw is about the size of the hole you want. I'll go ahead and pre-drill that through the flooring. Just watch don't drill any farther than through the vinyl plank. I got a couple of these like that ones on the edge that I might have to ream out a little bit. So I took out my little plug there. Going to center it again and make sure that the bolts are where they need to be. That's probably the most important thing at this point, is to make sure those aren't crooked. So once you're happy with that, then you can kind of put a little bit of pressure on this thing just to ease it down. Don't, step on it. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth till you squish that thing flat. And then I will actually triple check the bolts at this point, make sure it didn't wiggle a little bit while I was, pushing down on it. So better safe than sorry here. And then a couple of those holes needed reamed out a little bit, so I went ahead and did that. You want to make sure those holes are, every bit of twice the size of your screw. So I just kind of reamed those out a little bit. Here I go, quadruple check this again. And then you can put your screws in. These are stainless screws that come with it. I did have one in that bottom right corner there as you're looking at it that I had to put I used an exterior screw on that. But there, that rubber thing is supposed to accommodate, 3 or 4 inch toilets. It does seal pretty good, but I'm going to go the extra mile on this one, and I'm going to put another 1-inch wax ring on top just to make sure that it doesn't wiggle or leak. It's not supposed to, and they don't tell you to put another wax ring on there, but it's not going to hurt for sure. So 2 of these 1-inch wax rings, one below, one on top. For sure it's not going to leak, and that thing's rock solid on the floor. When you screw it down, just make sure you don't crank on it. Just do it till it's snug, and you should be good to go. So hope that helps you out.